Like many of you, we found ourselves asking, should we book an excursion in Puerto Vallarta or explore on our own? The answer really depends on you and whether it's your first time visiting or you're a seasoned cruiser who's been here before. Some return visitors dive into a new excursion, others enjoy the quiet of the ship. For us, when it's our first time in a port, we usually like to keep it flexible, grab a taxi and explore, or simply wander on foot and see where the day takes us. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta.
Follow the road into the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
With just a few hours in Puerto Vallarta, we chose to walk the famous Malecon, a beautiful oceanfront boardwalk lined with shops, monuments, street art, and incredible views. It's a laid-back, popular way to experience the culture, color, and coastal charm of Puerto Vallarta, and for a first-time visit, it felt just right. Shopping mall. Today we're going to try to see as much of the city as we can and give as much history as we can. Get a taxi and go down to what's called the Malecon.
This is start the Malecon.
Okay.
You can start here, or I can take you and go to the Los Arcos. How do you want?
Oh, we'll just start here and just walk. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's quite a bit to see down here, so it's not just the shopping and the boardwalk. All right. Let's start this journey. Oh, look at that big bird on top of the hotel. As we step into the sun-kissed Malecon of Puerto Vallarta, the rhythmic sounds of the Pacific Ocean accompany our journey through a vibrant tapestry of art and history.
We have several statues all along here to see, but the most famous one is the seahorse with the buoy on it.
Our first encounter is with Origin and Destination by Pedro Tello. This ensemble of sculptures, including a canoe, whale, and obelisk, narrates the journey of mankind, emphasizing our connection to the sea and the cosmos. Rising nearly 100 feet into the air is a tall pole. At the top, 5 men prepare for a ritual that's part performance, part sacred tradition. These are the Voladores de Papantla, or the Flyers of Papantla, a tradition that dates back hundreds of years to the ancient Totonac people of Mexico. One man remains atop the pole, playing the flute and drum, honoring the earth and sky. Then, with quiet precision, the other 4 fall backward.
Nope.
Arms outstretched, spiraling slowly downward, suspended only by ropes. Each turn represents a cardinal direction. Each descent a prayer for rain, fertility, and harmony between man and nature. It's hypnotic, brave, and deeply symbolic. Though it's become a cultural performance for many tourists, the ritual remains recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, a living link to Mexico's indigenous roots.
What would possess them to come up with a dance where they're hanging upside down like that?
Tequila.
The Subtle Stone Eater by Jonas Guterres introduces a whimsical figure poised to consume a stone, perhaps commenting on human consumption or the absorption of knowledge. One of the most powerful pieces along the Malecon is Nature as Mother, a towering figure rising from a spiral wave, arms lifted to the sky, cradling the earth in her hands. Created by Adrian Reynoso, this sculpture reminds us of the deep connection between the sea, the earth, and all of life. It's a tribute to nature's power, grace, and the eternal cycles that shapes our world. At the Rotunda of the Sea, we encounter a circle of fantastical chairs, each morphing into sea creatures. Created by Mexican artist Alejandro Colunga in 1996, this sculpture isn't just art. You're encouraged to sit, to engage, and become part of the art. In Search of Reason by Sergio Bustamante presents a surreal scene. Bustamante says, "I like getting people to interact with it, with my art. It's about freedom." His inspiration came from the well-known philosopher Bertrand Russell, winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1950, who said, "When the intensity of emotional conviction subsides, a man who is in the habit of reasoning will search for logical grounds in favor of the belief which he finds in himself." Hence the beseeching faces of the three figures and their quest to the heavens. This is The Rain by Jovian, a simple, striking reminder that even in the unexpected, there's beauty, that sometimes the best thing we can do is open up and let life pour over us. Here in Puerto Vallarta, talented local artists create intricate sand sculptures right along the boardwalk. These aren't simple beach creations, they're true works of art, detailed, expressive, and always changing. They often reflect the season or built for holidays. And because they're made of sand, they're temporary, vulnerable to wind, waves, and time itself. That's part of what makes them so special. You're not just looking at art, you're catching a moment, one that may not be here tomorrow. Nearby, Triton and Mermaid by Carlos Espino portrays a dynamic duo from Greek mythology, capturing a moment of eternal pursuit and the allure of the unknown depths. Dominating the skyline is The Boy on the Seahorse by Rafael Zamarripa. This symbolic statue of a child riding a seahorse has become synonymous with Puerto Vallarta's identity, celebrating its deep-rooted maritime culture.
Appreciate your contribution. Have a good day.
As we near the end of the Malecon, one landmark stood above the rest, not in size, but in soul. The Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe rises from the heart of Puerto Vallarta's old town. Its ornate crown-shaped bell towering gently, watching over the city. It's more than architecture, it's identity. Built over several decades starting in the early 20th century, this church has become a beloved symbol of faith, community, and resilience. Its crown is said to represent the crown of a queen, honoring the Virgin Mary, and the building itself blends neoclassical, Baroque, and local Mexican influences in one unforgettable design. Each December, the church becomes the heart of a massive celebration, the Festival of Our Lady of Guadalupe, with processions, music, and thousands of candles lighting the streets. For locals and visitors alike, It's not just a place to see, it's a place to feel.
Pedimos por cada uno de ustedes y las necesidades que traen en su corazón y que Dios lo conoce. Le pedimos a Dios que perdone nuestros pecados.
As we continue along the Malecon, we come to one of its most iconic sites, the Malecon Arches. These stone arches frame the Pacific like a living postcard. They become a symbol of Puerto Vallarta, seen in countless photos, videos, and even wedding ceremonies right here by the sea. But they're more than just a backdrop. By day, they provide the perfect viewpoint for ocean sunsets and bustling street life. By night, this open-air stage beneath the arches comes alive with local music, dance, and cultural performances, especially during festivals and holidays. These arches just aren't part of the boardwalk, they're part of the community, a gathering place, a stage, a landmark etched in both stone and memory. The Friendship Fountain is a collaborative work by James Bud Bottoms and Octavio Gonzalez, featuring 3 dolphins leaping joyfully. This fountain symbolizes the bond between Puerto Vallarta and its sister city, Santa Barbara.
Whichever side you want. Muchas gracias.
Let me change.
Stopped at a place to eat right on the boardwalk. Beautiful view. It's called Roberto's. Roberto's.
So they might be having fajitas or something. That was good over there.
We never have fajitas for lunch, but we can if you want. Guacamole looks good. That looks just like the one we got yesterday.
It's good.
Yeah, it's very good. Nice
we
warm
made.
chips. And very good guacamole.
That's good. Shrimp tacos.
Welcome to Vallarta, Roberto's Place.
Roberto's. Yeah.
Roberto's Place.
Very good
Daddy
food.
here. Nice to meet you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very good. There's many areas here where you can take water taxis and go over to
to these other different areas and get away from this really touristy area. I believe there's supposed to be water taxis at the marina also, and you can also do your fishing excursions. Michelle and I are a little gun shy about that though, since our first attempt in Key West, or close to Key West. Oh, that was not good.
That was not a good experience.
Just off the buzz of the Malecon, hidden between the rushing waters of the Rio Quale, lies a quiet treasure, Isla Rio Quale. This small, lush island splits the river as it flows toward the Pacific, creating a natural escape right in the middle of Puerto Vallarta. Cross a charming footbridge, and suddenly the city noise fades, replaced by the sound of water, rustling trees, and the occasional call of a parrot overhead. Wander through its shaded pathways and you'll find artisan stalls, local vendors, and hidden corners offering handmade jewelry, embroidered textiles, and colorful souvenirs. Isla Rio Quale may not shout for attention, but for those who find it, it quietly becomes unforgettable. Continuing along, we find the Millennia by Mathis Ladisi. The sculpture's spiral form symbolizes the passage of time, but on the sculpture itself, you are shown various elements that give a clear idea of the message the artist, Mathis Ladisi, is trying to convey, depicting humanity's evolution from ancient times to the present, culminating in a woman releasing a dove, a symbol of peace and hope for the future. As our journey along the Malecon concludes, these sculptures leave an indelible impression, each narrating a unique story that enriches the cultural mosaic of Puerto Vallarta. There are so many excursions and nearby islands you can explore from Puerto Vallarta, and they're absolutely worth adding to your list. But like we mentioned earlier, if it's your first time here, walking the Malecon is the perfect place to start. It gives you a real sense of the city, the art, the culture, the people, and the heartbeat of Puerto Vallarta.